Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Seahawks in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 10. Again on second down, it's Stroud. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now third down and very long. Stroud here on third and long. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On the return, here's Agnew. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. First and 10, Young. A quick throw there is incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal from the 3. Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Looking to throw, Young. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. So back-to-back plays, each give nothing. And that will lead to a third and goal. If you're going to pass down here, you got to get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete there to Smith. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Seahawks send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Agnew now to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
It's Young on first down. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Back on the heels of fucking stinks.
But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Flowers going to go in motion right. Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action.
You stink, bro. God.
Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rolling to his left. And that's incomplete.
Ellen.
Like what I see so far
Damn.
in this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
If I had a quarterback, I'd be blowing this nigga out.
Able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to
CJ Stroud ain't much better, though.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football.
Gotta start running the ball.
11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And it is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's my fault. Should have audible.
And they're down to pass of just under 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, here's Williams.
Fuck out of here.
He goes left side.
Good call. Good call.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. scoring the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, it's Pollard. Able to power through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now here's Young. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation. Instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Oh, what a move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. Young working out of the gun. Oh, and his early strides continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have
Fuck, he do that like that for?
innately sense where a player's going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Coaches tell us all the time that having power around isn't the #1 thing to look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Fuck, Keith, what are you doing?
For the 3rd time this game, it's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like.
What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Hit the wrong button.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Young off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Off the play fake, Young. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath for those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why.
Oh, boy.
If you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Taylor making a strong play, and despite getting fewer than half the snaps last season, still improved considerably in year 2. 9.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. He's officially an anchor of his team's pass rush.
Now Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Miller is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here...
Shit just be floating, man. His arm strength, like, horrible. Just run this bitch.
Maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Stroud. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down inside the 30. The first catch for Jeudy, good for a first down. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Stroud now on second down. That's caught left side by Judy. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stroud on 3rd down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Extra point by Marlowe and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's Young off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play. Obviously, this has not been a bad game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That will... 4 yards. It's a first down. Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Again, it's Stroud. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders. Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently. Now the third down throw incomplete as well. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And to find the open man, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. It'll be a pickup of 4, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down. Play action. Stroud now. End zone call. Touchdown Seattle. Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as he just added on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. On play action, Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running right, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well,
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Cardinals. Greg Dulcich, 42 yards. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside
Shit,
the
one more
25.
time.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll bring up a second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Mara to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Young on first down.
God damn, Bryce.
And it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And my goodness, another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Stroud's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show.